Still nothing new to see. It's been a couple months. Still no rain, pretty significant drought. Hurricane came through, put a lot of rain down, but still not enough rain to do anything. So before we get started, we got the two sorrel Jamaican hibiscus. They've both survived the frost, and they're both putting out calyxes now. So they survived the 37 in frost, and they also survived the 38 in frost. They kept all the calyxes, they kept all the flowers. This will be, and we have nothing below 50 degrees in the next 10 days. So we might be a couple weeks away from a freeze. So I'll still get to keep some. Anyway, this is my first time making sorrel tea and whatnot. I'm kind of excited. Anyway, let's keep going. We've got pears. Again, they've reflowered since it was late. Let me try one. Oh, they taste good, but this is a second crop of pear. The first crop already came and gone. Wow, I'm surprised. Little tiny pear. It tastes good. Okay. Sage, nothing. Two. Special kale. Here's a, hold on, I'm gonna put that in my pocket. Pineapple guava tree. I've never had a pineapple guava. This is what they look like, I guess. I'll be trying it when I get inside. I'm not sure how to eat it. Same thing with the bananas. No flowers, or I'm sorry, no fruits. No, nothing, just not enough water, or it's the wrong type of banana. As we keep coming back, I've got my moringas. They're looking rough. Keep going. I jacked these up. I don't know how to prune raspberries, but you know, we've got raspberries growing. Different parts of here. Oh wow, I'm messing this video up. Loquat. This is the first time ever I've had loquat flowers. Loquat blooms. It smells good. It's not too loaded, but this one over here that's about 7 feet tall, it's got quite a bit of blooms on it. So if the winter is mild, I'm hoping I'll be getting loquats. Right next to the loquat, we got a fig. Putting out little figs. This one puts out small figs. They're not my favorite. They're still good, but oh man. Anyway, let's go next to this fig tree. And we got another fig tree here. It's got figs which are a little bit better. They're a little bit bigger, sweeter. Now these are actually kind of small compared to what they usually are. So I mean, they're good. Hold on. Usually my breakfast involves coming out here and picking some of these figs. Anyway, okay. The two loquat trees, I need to start talking more. The two loquat trees are doing okay. Tons of blooms. The fig trees stopped producing. Now they're producing again because we got the rain from the hurricane. Once the rain came, we started getting figs. They got real big. Now the rain's gone. There's no more. Pawpaw tree right here. See tons of little fruit buds, little balls that I found out. These little balls that go in the nodes right here, those are fruit buds. Another pawpaw here. Another pawpaw right there. They're still small. So we've got 1, 2, 3 pawpaws in the front. There's really nothing. There's nothing to show here. Here's a moringa tree also. That was like 12 feet tall. Planted from a seed. I'm 6 feet tall. And I'm up to this branch right here. And that branch is right there. And then it goes way up there. So this moringa I'm gonna process. I've got probably about 15 moringa trees planted. Fuyu persimmon. Moringa right underneath it. 2 sages. But I haven't been harvesting any food. Blueberry tree, pear tree. In the front yard, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there's really nothing. Again, the moringa's turning yellow. I don't know if I'm gonna turn that into chicken feed. Fig tree over here. I didn't point it out, but we got several other fig trees over there. And Fuyu persimmon, blueberry, spice bush, something. I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of rough. There's still nothing to see. So we've got brand new grapevines started up all over the fence. I've got 7 grapevines total now instead of just 1 that should live. There's one here, muscadine here, another grape here, another grape there, and a muscadine over here. Okay, we've got, for some reason, the Carolina Jasmine decided to start flowering again, just like a lot of stuff, and you'll see. So, the entrance to the yard. We got some other wild confusion going on here too. For example, now this tree's, hold on, this tree is coming out, the spring satin pluot, but you see it's in, that thing is starting to flower again. Pear trees are back in flower, pluot trees are back in flower. Anyway, let me back up, get a quick view of the backyard. So we got the puppy here keeping watch. Pawpaw tree coming up, another pawpaw tree here with some little starts. I don't need to go over all these trees again. Most of them are coming out. Peach tree, not doing anything. Pear tree. Anyway, I'm not going to keep going over all these. Let's see what there is to show. So because of the drought, we've lost almost all the leaves, dropped almost all the fruit. I mean, it really has only rained on average about 1 time a month at most. So we have another pawpaw tree I put in here. Let's see what else to see. So I'm going with more pawpaws because this peach tree right here is produces peach in May, but with all the bugs on it, no point to keep it. So I'm gonna have a pawpaw tree here taking over. Same thing with this peach tree here. This is a peach tree. It did absolutely horrible. I put a pawpaw tree in underneath it to take over, and doesn't look like it's, I mean, it still might be alive, who knows. And here I do have an issue. Here's what I've been waiting for. Okay, here is my Saijo persimmon tree, okay? Saijo persimmon tree is supposed to be a conical shaped persimmon tree. It makes these astringent cone shaped persimmons. And I had about 6 of them on this tree. This is only the 2nd year it's been in the ground, and then the dog snapped it, took a branch off, and then when I come in to look, check this out. This doesn't look like the Saijo persimmon. This looks like a Fuyu persimmon. And I know Fuyu persimmons are non-astringent. Saijo is astringent, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off. I don't know if it's astringent or not. If it's a Fuyu, it won't be astringent. If it's a Saijo, it will be, and it's not gonna feel good. So, you know, pretty fruit. Let's go. Let's test it out. Okay. That is good. That is not astringent. I am happy. I am happy now. This might be the Ichikijiro, but it said Saijo. Oh man. And look at that. Look at this. Next year is gonna be, it's gonna be on fire with these things, man. Oh man, I don't even like eating the skin, but from the grocery store ones, but this. Oh yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay, I got tons of Fuyus now. Now I might actually get a good fruit. Chickens are still doing good in here. Oh man, I'm pumped. I'm good now. Okay. Keep adding more mulch. Here's the 3rd loquat. And I've moved this one so many times, and it's so small. This thing is 4 feet tall, and it's loaded in blooms. So, man. So we got a Fuyu persimmon and a pineapple guava and some figs. I didn't think I was gonna get anything in this video. All right, let's keep walking. And here, I'm passing all kind of stuff, like another apple tree, a pluot tree. I just don't have anything good to say about them because they didn't do too much. Okay, let's go down here. Every tree, every bush is a medicinal or edible. Beautyberry doing okay. And another moringa, not doing okay. And I've been splitting all this wood. We're gonna have tons of wood ash. to add to the fire. Oh, check it out too. A volunteer plant. It's been kicking butt lately, but we've already started harvesting loofahs. My girlfriend's gonna be making sponges and soaps, and yeah, these things are showing out everywhere. And this plant has only been here for a couple months, so it's taken over my grapevine. And we got loofahs hanging up in the peach tree. So a peach tree got loofahs hanging down, some old grapes that were hanging down. And here, I spend a lot of time stacking up wood in here, so I'm gonna put my little fireplace here and have my little place to hide in the snow and watch the rainbirds come. Okay, beautyberry's doing good. Blackberries all over the place. These pear trees did absolutely nothing this year. They've loaded in fruit. They dropped everything. All right, let's see. Another moringa tree here. This pool right here was supposed to let me dechlorinate my tap water so I could water my garden for the first time, but I decided to use vitamin C instead of letting the chloramine kind of dissolve and break apart, because apparently that doesn't work. Anyway, Toka bubblegum plum tree right next to the Santa Rosa plum. They both rotted, lost all their fruits all year. So again, you can't see it. Little baby pawpaw tree. I got two little pawpaw trees here. They're getting ready to take over. So persimmon, 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 persimmon. So I've got tons of persimmons, like I'm pointing at them and you can't see them. But for example, here's another fuyu. Here's another fuyu. And here is another persimmon. So I'm pointing, but they can't see them. Man, I need to eat some more of this. Hold up. Okay. Last thing is a side garden. This is where I do my annuals. And this is sad. I haven't been over here. I haven't harvested vegetables. I'm sorry, my mouth is full. I haven't harvested vegetables in months. Everything has been shot. These dried beds have dried out too fast. Everything is rough. So it has me not even wanting to be back here. And I know, oh, look at all the green kale. Yeah, look at it, it looks good now. But 90% of it was chewed up by bugs. Okay, working my way towards the back. All right. Still the same issue. During the rainstorms, all the water from my neighbor's yard runs down. It runs into this little trench I dug, pours over and fills this up to where when it rains, we're talking like the water level is filled up to here, back here, and just floods everything and stays for hours. So I don't know what to do, because in the summer these red beds dry out too fast, but in the winter time it keeps them protected, it keeps them elevated. So I haven't been starting seeds. I'm more of a direct seed starter, and because of that I failed, because now I don't have any plants to add in when I need to. And I also want to apologize for saying I'm going to get rid of the rain barrel, that I don't need it. As soon as I said that, it seems like the universe decided to laugh a little bit, put me in a heavy drought. So now I've been filling it up with rainwater, or not rainwater, I've been filling up my rain barrel with tap water and adding in vitamin C powder, stirring it, about 4 teaspoons of vitamin C powder for most of that gallon. And that's supposed to help break up the chloramine for 24 hours to make the water not so rough on the rhizosphere for the plants. I mean, if the bacteria are generous enough to donate their outer membranes to the roots to feed my trees, I want to keep them alive. Like, I don't want to take these vulnerable bacteria that have shed and they need to, you know, rebuild themselves, and now they're swimming up in chloramine and whatnot and other things. You know, anyway, I'm rambling. Anyway, so what I noticed is that the kale is the only vegetables that have survived, because they have roots that can go down and hit the soil level. Now, shorter ones, however, they do not have that ability. Their roots might not go down as far, So when this thing gets hot, the roots might come down to here, and as the sun hits this side, it's going to dry it out really bad. So I lost a lot of plants. I didn't water all summer, not even once, and I think I'm going to start doing it. Everything is doing rough. Like, for example, my pepper plant. Like, what is this, man? Like, that doesn't look like a pepper. This is my first time growing peppers. Like, what is that? Come on, man. But it's too late. So I do have tons of kale, tons of greens. Potatoes are starting to come back up, starting to resprout. I didn't even know I had these potatoes in the ground. Basil. What are these things? These are turnips. All kind of stuff. Greens, carrots. Now, I know it looks like I've got stuff growing, dragon tongue beans and all that, but these plants are so small and so my strategy was, in the beginning of the year, I had interplanted tons of garlic and Egyptian walking onion, interplanted with everything. I also had tons of plants that produce shade on the ground bed and carrots. As I picked and pulled, I went in to swap out new plants, and because of the drought, nothing took. None of the direct seeds took. Even all my peas, like none of my peas took. It was too dry for peas to get started. I know I could have been watering, but I wanted to do this like a fun way and a natural way and all that. But turns out, as I was pulling plants out because they're ready to pull, the new ones wouldn't take. Then I was just left with scorched raised beds. It was rough. Direct sun beating on it, nothing to provide shelter or shade, and because of that, everything had a hard time growing. Eggplant, this thing has been planted for a year almost, and it hasn't even given me an eggplant. It's rough. It just can't get it. Anyway, so I'm trying to decide what to do. I'm talking to my girlfriend about it, trying to figure it out. But when I come back here and I take a look at the hole, I'm torn. Should I rip off all the raised beds and plant only in the ground? Because if I do, I'm going to face flooding, but I won't dry out, and I might be able to grow some crops in the summer. This summer was very poor. All I really have is kale and a few greens. No harvesting, really. It was sad. That's why there were no videos at all this year or this summer. Same thing. I have an Orient pear tree here, an Orient pear tree here, and an Orient pear tree here. They all fruited heavily, but they dropped everything to some type of rotting. This Toka rotted, Santa Rosa plum rotted. Everything was just rough. So I'm doing a complete garden overhaul. I'm chopping down my bananas. No reason to keep bananas out here. It's just, I've been down. I've been wanting to quit. I haven't had any excitement. There's nothing to harvest. There's nothing to show. Yeah, I mean, I had thousands of peaches. I'm talking like Indian Blade Cling Peach loaded, Donut Peach over there loaded, White Peach Freestone loaded, those two over there loaded. Man, everything, but what good is it if you bite into it and there's a bug in it? And I'm not going to spray. I'm just not going to spray. So I'm looking on extension websites and I'm finding no spray fruits. And the no spray fruits, hey, you're gonna, oh, what you doing? So the no spray fruits are what's taking over the yard from now on. Yeah, I might keep one peach. I might keep one peach and put some kale and clay on it. I don't know. But I'd rather have peaches. I'm sorry, I'd rather have persimmons, pears, grapes, figs. If I can get some hardy kiwi to grow, I will. Muscadines, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, mulberries. And just learn to like those and stop trying to eat pluots and plums and peaches. Because if the bugs want them, the bugs are going to get them. I'm not going to put something on the fruit that might hurt the praying mantises, or that might hurt the ladybugs, or that might fall down and hurt some of the microbes or hurt some of the bacterias. I don't know. I just want to do it what I believe would make God happy. And this makes me happy, so I'm happy today. I guess I have a giant Fuyu persimmon that I didn't know about, and it sucks that I don't have the Saijo, but you know what? I don't like astringent mouse. I've got American persimmons popping up all over my yard too. Anyway, there's nothing to show. This might be the last video of the year. I'm probably going to go under a lot of changes. I'm going to be adding more mulch, adding more wood as the years goes, but I might be tearing down the raised beds. I'll be pulling out some of the fruit trees. And I know some people say, don't remove the fruit tree. Don't take the fruit tree out, it's so beautiful. But check it out, when I bought this yard, it was all grass. There was not a single bush or a single tree in the yard. So the fact that I have like 50 trees now, I'm still net positive above what I was before on my impact. So yeah, it might be sad that I'm tearing down this tree here and chopping down this beautiful peach tree, whatever, but right underneath it is another one that will be here in 5 years, even bigger than this. So I will keep my tree canopy. I will keep my ground cover, I'll keep my mulch, I'll keep all that. I'm just in a process to find what wants to be here and what doesn't want to be here. And if I can make myself happy gardening and I don't have to be home, I could be away and it could be good, then great. But yeah, that's it. Probably won't make another video for the rest of the year. Nothing to see. I'm gonna be gardening. My annual's pretty good now. It's my season, and the fall time here in zone 7, it rains quite a bit. It doesn't really get below 25. It stays usually in the 40s, 50s. So I can grow some kales, chards, lettuces, all that. So my time to shine is about to come. I thought it was the summer with the fruit trees and the cantaloupes and watermelons, but nah, without the rain and the leaf-footed bugs and stink bugs, it just wasn't meant to be. So anyway, I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna thank God for this beautiful morning, that I could do this in the morning, that I have the ability to be home and garden. And oh, and one more thing about that persimmon. Look at that color too. I don't know if that's like cinnamon or something. I don't know what that is. Anyway, all right, peace.